How's it going, guys? My name is Jorden Kehler, and I'm here to do a deck profile for you on behalf of Super Team Buddy Force. We just did an OTS this weekend here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I ended up going undefeated during the Swiss rounds and then lost in the top 8 cut. I was playing Madolche, so without further ado, just bring down the deck profile, give you my guys' insights on why I chose the cards I did. Alright, so for starters, we played, obviously, 3 Angeli. It's a no-brainer card. Same with 3 Madolche and 3 Penning. They're all the initiators for the deck. Each one of them gets your combo started in their own way and gets you to the end board that you want. You can't play any less than 3 of each. And then I only played 2 Hoot Cake. I see a lot of lists are playing 3. I don't think it's correct. I am playing a going second variant. However, I never really want to initiate with this card. I don't play hand traps that end up in my graveyard during my opponent's turn, so just playing more than 2 seemed unwarranted. I would also consider cutting it down to 1, however, because you need this card for the combo, if ever you lose it, you can't do it. It sucks. So that's why I played 2. 2 Messenger Lotto. You need 2 in order for you to do the OTK combos for the deck. If you could play 1, you would. This card is not a good card to draw. Does absolutely nothing in your hand. So, and then 1 Pudding Cess. You only need to play the 1 in order to do the combo. And if you draw it, you can still do the combo because Penning Cess or special summons from the hand as well as the deck. So, and then last but not least, for the rest of the core, the Madolche cards. I only played 1 of each, Ticket and Chateau. I know a lot of people are opting to play 2 Chateau. It's okay, but I just found that the deck doesn't get far enough to warrant the second Chateau to grind out the matches, and I felt fine and safe playing just 1. And then 1 ticket, you only need the 1. And after that, I just played a whole bunch of 3-0s. Again, like I said, I'm playing a going second variant, so I ended up playing 3 down the rest of the picker tops. Goes without saying, going second deck, you want this card. 3 Gam Seal, again, a lot of times you just need to deal with 1 troublesome card on board, and then this gives you an easy out for Queen Tiramisu to hit up, and then you can OTK your opponent. I decided to play 3 Nibiru. This card didn't really do much this weekend, but I never played a matchup that warranted playing it. This card, again, same idea as Gam Seal. It deals with a lot of your problem stuff, and then it leaves you with a target on board for Tiramisu to hit afterwards. It's really nice. And then, of course, the 3 Cows and Beat Stick. And then I don't have the card on me, but this was 3 Phantasme. You end up with a lot of hands where you want to recycle cards, or not recycle cards. You want to be able to replace cards in your hand you don't need anymore for cards that could be useful later on. So, 3 Phantasme. 3 Call by the Grave. This one's an obvious choice. Hand traps just kill you. You want to be able to go off, so you play that in order to be able to do it. I played 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I was really happy I ended up playing this card on my main board. It did a lot for me this past weekend. So, just being able to deal with their back row, and again, just opening up boards so I can go off and kill my opponent. Then I played 3 Pot of Extravagance. Again, I don't have the card right now on me. Borrowed it from a friend. And this card was my MVP all weekend. It got me everything I needed every time I needed it, so. And then last but not least, I played 3 Impermanents. Like I said, I didn't play any hand traps that would end up in the graveyard that were monsters, so that I could do Penning Sword during my turn, after I got to play. And I felt like it was the correct option to go for. That was the main deck. It's a perfect 40. Currently, I don't think I'll be making any changes to it. I liked how this played out a lot, and just with currently how the meta is, it just seems to be a solid way to go. For extra deck, I played your standard, because I'm playing Extravagance. 3 Chocolat, 3 Teacher, 3 Queen, and 3 Start. You only ever need 1 of each in order to OTK, so Extravagance is fine, and as long as you play 3 of each, you'll most likely have them. And then last but not least, I played 3 Gaga Cowboy. This is just in case I were to go into time and I needed something else. You don't really need anything else for this deck. At least that's what I thought. Going forward, this is going to be 3... I can't remember that card's name. It's the generic Link 2 that points into the 2 diagonal places. I found that as much as there can be only one isn't too much of a problem, you can't really deal with it and deal with other stuff at the same time. And Phoenix, because it doesn't point anywhere for you relevantly, it doesn't help. And since that guy points two down directions and it's a different type, you can just do what you need to do afterwards. You can play Queen if you don't have any more fairies on board and take it from there. That was the one issue I had, was the only link I had to go into was a fairy, and I had to use a fairy to get into it, so that wasn't fun. For the side deck, there's plenty of changes going to be made to this later on, but right now for this weekend I ended up playing 3 DD Crow, 3 Effect Veiler, and the reason I played these ones in my side deck was an interaction with Chateau and Glass Soufflé, where it allows you to recycle hand traps from your graveyard and add them back to your hand. So these ones, because they're not once per turn hand trap effects, you're able to use them multiple times, and that was the reasoning behind these ones. Moving forward, neither of them are staying in the side deck, unfortunately. I found that there were just other cards that I needed more than what these ones were going to do for me in a cute manner. Red Reboot, I'll never not play this card for this deck. This card is just way too good. Every time I dropped it, I ended up winning that game. There was one guy I played against, Guru matchup. He ended up winning the event at the end of it. I had to play 2 reboots against him, and they were set when I was playing them, and he ended up getting all these crackdowns to try and stop me, but he drew no Guru cards, so was still able to win afterwards, and he had all my monsters, and yeah, it was great. It was a really fun match. 3 Solemn Judgment and 3 Strike. I had a side deck pretty much built to go first, minus the red reboot, obviously, and these were the cards I played going first before at regionals, and they did really, really well. Moving forward, I'm going to cut these. I'm going to keep the Judgments. They actually helped out quite a bit, especially against a Gren Maju matchup. I put this in, and it was awesome. He drops Gren Maju, and I Judgment that thing because it was going to be at 10,000, and I was not going to win that if he played that. So, yeah. That's the deck. Like I said, moving forward, main deck, I don't think I'll change anything. Extra deck, I gotta change those 3 guys to something more relevant. And then the side deck, I'm gonna make some more relevant choices to help me with certain matchups that I had actually struggles with. And yeah, that's about it. Shoutouts would be to my friends Nick and Cody. They borrowed me the Phantasme and the Pot of Extravagance for the event. Like I said, the Extravagance was my MVP this week, and it did everything I needed to and then some. And shoutouts to Super Team Buddy Force. They keep up with a lot of the local events here in Winnipeg, and they try to put out as much content as possible. Like and subscribe. I'm sure in the near future they'll get a lot more going for them. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoy the deck profile. If you have any questions, just send them in the comment section below, and I'll try to get to you when I can. Have a good one. Peace.